right, May 31st. Let's see if I can not lock myself out of the house today. I'll be really happy if I don't do that. And we're gonna start our daily, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. Friday, and I'm retired, man. Gotta remind myself of that every day. Let me see if I have any Lazada deliveries. That, right? I'm sitting there putting my code in the phone, but it's all right. I didn't put the whole thing. I'll have to change it now. All right. Maybe I'll have to edit that out. I don't know. I don't know. She did. I don't know that she got one. I was putting my, initially I bought that to mount my GoPro on, and I had a, but there's too much vibration. It didn't work. It's a terrible video. Your head balances, balance isn't the right word, but it dampens. It's a damper. I do love my morning rides. Like, I will not lie. What did I do? Oh, God dang it. Sniper. Let's see, I love that meaty back tire on the back of the Sniper. Ushi, you still like riding on the scooter? Not really, you're bored of it now? You have your bag? Yeah. All right, hop on. All right, we're off to a slow start, but we're going now. See, he didn't even look at that dog. His eyes were way up. He knew it was there, but he was like, if the dog don't move, it's getting ran over. It's cold, man. There was room. This couple put up this house quick, and it is nice. I mean, man, they put that up with the quickness. I'm not in any kind of rush today. I think I'm just gonna putt. I'm gonna putt. So we could go back that way, which would take us to the main road that takes us into Valencia, but sometimes I like to take the back roads. And my camera will only go for 10 or 15 minutes before it overheats. But otherwise the audio is crap. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to deal with this. There's not I don't even know how you can add a mic into the GoPro 11, like a wired mic, but we'll see. We're gonna figure that out. You have to open the battery compartment. That's the only place there's a USB connection. It's a weird design. I've never been to well, technically I've been in Hawaii a few times, but I never left the airport. But I would venture to say this feels a lot like Hawaii, right? Hawaii being a volcanic island, and the Philippines being a volcanic islands. Like Hawaii light. the inexpensive version. I mean, some of these things are just mini bikes. They're barely you know, they're not a far cry from like an old mini bike. This is what I love about Negros, specifically Valencia, is where's the traffic? They have nice roads. This is a nice road, but there's no traffic. Look how thick that concrete is, man. These roads are made right. Not in any kind of rush today. I've said that already, but yeah, I'm really feeling relaxed today. I had a good night's sleep. It's so nice not to have to work. I mean, man, look, I grinded it out. I was never unemployed ever in my life from 16 on. I went in the military at 17, and if I lost a job on Friday, I had a job on Monday. I've never been on unemployment, and yeah, I was able to retire modestly at 51. I can't go buy a yacht or anything. But life is short, man, and I do not want to be sitting at a desk 8 hours a day doing something I don't enjoy. So I sent another YouTuber. There's a YouTuber I follow, and he's came down with some sickness. They're having a hard time figuring out exactly what it is and how to cure it. And I sent him some information on parasite cleanses. So through my research, I've become convinced that the majority of sicknesses and diseases, and practically every disease, is parasitic in nature. So I sent him some information on it. He didn't reply back. It's alright. I hope he recovers using Western medicine. I don't believe in Western medicine. I think that we'll just leave it at that. I don't believe in Western medicine. Yesterday or the day before, Ushi and I were riding, and a scooter I noticed it was slowing down a little bit in front of me, and he was to the right, which I thought, okay, he's going to turn right. He's to the left, and I thought, okay, he's going to turn left. So he kind of starts slowing down, and he's leaning to the left side, So I start to, go around to the right. He has no blinker on, so I don't know what he's gonna do. And all of a sudden he just cuts right, and I had locked it up. We skid, and I have to be honest, I wasn't super nice to him. I said some naughty words. And he could see that I was very angry. He didn't use a hand signal, he didn't use a blinker. He started to go left and then turn right. Very, about as novice as you could get, right? Even for the Philippines. Switch it up on the daily. Yesterday I had my breakfast and lunch at Freak. So this morning I'm going to go have my breakfast here. Try to be fair to both of my homies. Man, what are the odds? It's like 5 miles that way, no one walking. 5 miles the other way, no one walking. But right where I want to go, there's someone walking. It seems like life operates like that. Huh? It's stable enough, I know. It's never stable enough. I don't like it either. Come on. All right. Had my morning coffee. Got the brat on the back. Not sure what I'll do. I'm thinking about, yeah, I'm not sure. Got the day free. What do you do? There's a lot of time in the day when you're not working, because it's not just the 8 hours. It's the getting up, getting dressed, having your breakfast, and same thing. There's always a process before and after work, and lunch is right in the middle, so you can't really go enjoy yourself because you got to go right back to work. So really it's like 10 hours a day you're giving up when you're working. And now those 10 hours, man, those make, and I'm not trying to rub it in, but holy cow. I don't want to say you have too much time, but yeah, you find yourself trying to figure out what you're going to do. It's like when you wake up and you have the whole day free, yeah, you have to figure out what you're going to do. Now what I would really enjoy doing is just going on rides every day to different parts of the island. Unfortunately, Ushi doesn't enjoy that. She used to, when we first got here, all she wanted to do was go riding. That's it. She bugged me about it several times a day. Let's go riding. But now she just wants to be on her phone. theirs would take you to Tom and Har's house. They're very close to me, where they'll be living. They're very close to my house. And theirs should be done really soon, maybe another month. They should be ready to move in. I know they're excited. And I'm excited to go there and visit and go swimming and just hang out. They're really good people. They helped me out a lot when I got here. Took Ushi to the dentist yesterday, and it was 1,000 pesos, which is under $20. So let's say $18 to have her teeth cleaned. What's a teeth cleaning cost in the U.S.? That's no insurance. That's just going to the dentist and having her teeth cleaned. They did a great job. This is something temporary they do for the month of May. They let little businesses come in here and set up shop. I need to find a new seamstress or someone who does alterations. Right? What's the right word for that? Is it a seamstress? I don't think I've ever had alterations done. But it's so inexpensive here. It's like $1 to get something, you know, to get clothing altered to fit you correctly. And I had all these pants and shorts that were so close. I thought, well, I'll grow into them, or I'll get fatter or skinnier or whatever. But now you can just go get them altered. You can just, it's so inexpensive, you know, comparing to the U.S. economy. So I'm glad I saved them and shipped them all over. But I took them all to, I had one seamstress here, and I dropped them off, and she said, yeah, you know, a week. So I went back in a week to pick it up. Oh, not ready, come back in a week. Went back in a week to pick it up. Oh, not ready, come back in a week. Went back in a week to pick it up. Oh, not ready, come back in a week. That happened 4 or 5 times. And I finally said, let me just get the clothes. Now, I don't know why, it was my wife's clothes she did in a week. You know, we dropped them both off at the same time. She just had something against doing mine, I guess. I mean, I can't figure it out, but I went back 4 or 5 times, and I just got tired of going back. So I lost the crock. The ocean, mountains behind me, ocean in front of me. And right now I'm living right in the middle of that. After you're here for a while, expensive and what's inexpensive adjusts, right? So man, when I first got here, I had no problem paying $5 for a meal, especially if it wasn't a fast food meal. You know, someone makes it in the kitchen and, you know, grills it up, whatever. But after you've been here for some time, you're like, man, $5, man, I don't want to spend that. You really start reevaluating what things cost and what you can get food for. There are some great places to eat. This is one of them, Spicy Food House. Doesn't look like much, you know, at face value, but they do have some really good food. And I'd say everyone in Valencia has eaten there. But when you see what Filipinos can eat for, what they know these little local restaurants they can go to, and they can eat for $2. $5 is on the high side. Foreigners spend $5 a meal. Filipinos, when they're being Filipino and they want to, they can eat meals for $1 if they really need to. If they really need to be, or they can just catch their own food. You know, you see them all the time. I'll ride by a guy and he's chopping open a coconut and then he just drinks it right there. And it's not for business. He just was thirsty, so he chopped open a coconut. And it's delicious, right? It's like a natural, it's like nature's Gatorade without the poison. You've got all these fruits that grow here naturally. And you don't need I don't know, I didn't fish in the U.S. Do you need a license to fish? I don't know. I don't think so. If not, I'm sure it's coming. But here you can just go catch what you want to catch. All these people can, if they don't have jobs, they can just live off nature. They are experts at being resourceful. I'm always observing. We just passed a place on the left that had a thatch roof. I think that's super cool. They know how to do it. I couldn't. I could learn. First got here and I would see them wearing their jackets like this, I thought it was so tacky. Like, you really don't think things through. You just compare it to your own culture, and it makes perfect sense to me today. House. this week. I drove 3 to 4 hours up the coast of Negros. And probably made it about halfway to Bacolod before I turned around. I started running into some rain showers, so I turned around. But I think sometime this month I'm gonna ride to Bacolod. And I think it would be interesting to do at night. Maybe leave at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. Arrive at maybe 1 a.m. or 2 a.m. Cut through the mountains. The only hard part about that is having Ushi with me. She doesn't want to go on those rides. All right, today is May 31st. It's 11:38. I've been out riding around a little bit. We got my daughter on the back, and got a few things done today. All right, we just got Ushi's nails done. That was $5. I think that's really on the high side, especially for Valencia. I think that's I'm gonna have to shop that. I'm not convinced that was a good deal. But now I'm gonna go get me some sushi. I saw a sushi place here the other day that I hadn't seen before. So I'm gonna try it out. We'll see how the sushi is. I usually just get a veggie maki roll. And let's see how they do. Right here in Valencia proper, right up here on the left. I have to park. Let's park right here. Okay, Ushi, come on. All right, so we're making our way back to the house. We've been out all morning and had our breakfast and lunch. And I'll go back and edit some videos and probably just relax for a little bit. I may do some jiu-jitsu tonight, we'll see. If not, maybe tomorrow. Again, you got to be careful at these intersections. There's no right of way. It's a big water pipe there. Enjoy playing pool, and I used to love a game called foosball. And in the 80s and 90s, I played professionally. Well, you know, I played in ranked USTSA tournaments, the United States Table Soccer Association, and I did take second in a state. I think it was North Carolina was the state I took second in. What just happened? This just came open. But I used to play almost every day with a guy by the name of Danny Casey. And Danny was the 1986 18 and under division world champion. This thing's not closing. That's crazy. happens to be right there. I pull over to fix my top, and there's some big truck pulling in the moment I pull over to fix my top. What are the odds? It's always at the most inconvenient time. But back to the story of Danny Casey. He passed away, but he was one of the best table soccer players in the world. I would go and watch him play against, would travel to state tournaments, and I was able to beat him a few times. When my A game was, you know, on. Trying to hold my lid together and drive at the same time. Not just hold the coffee, but hold the, it won't close. The lid won't seal. So I really don't want to spill it all over my lap. I could never go back to the U.S. and enjoy it in any, I mean, the U.S. is about as boring as it could be. What do you do there, right? People just sit at home and watch TV. If you were to go to a coffee shop, it'd be like sucking down a Snicker bar. There's nothing healthy about it, right? I spend most of my time at these coffee shops where I really get along with the owners. And just sit and tell stories. And ironically, both of the coffee shops where I go to, they're owned by what I'll call truthers. So we have a lot in common. I'll just go there and contribute to their business a little bit, buy a coffee from them, and maybe have a waffle or like a protein bar, an all natural, fresh baked granola bar, which is delicious. Nothing like the crap you get with all the preservatives in it at a gas station, like an actual healthy bar. But I really look forward to getting up in the morning and getting out. I jump on my scooter, and that ride, I enjoy riding, right? Like I still, like that in itself is freedom in me, just going for a ride on my scooter. Stay there, Rishi. Well, here, go ahead and hop off. It's a problem with having those water lines. See where they had to tape it there? That's where a car ran over it. It's so common that the water lines all over this place are just ran. Come on. They just ran, you know, across the ground all over the place. They get ran over and burst all the time. So one day you have water, one day you don't. You know, there's a couple downsides to the Philippines, but as a whole, nothing holds a candle. Nothing comes close. For me, might not be for you, but for me.